episode of No Time to Be Hungry. Today we are on my good friend Lori and Brent's boat, actually yacht, and we're gonna make some homemade tortillas, and we're also gonna make breakfast tacos if some of you guys don't know what that is. But Lori's gonna show us how to make really simple, easy tortillas as we're pulling out of our evening stay here in Surfside, Texas. Let's go inside Lori's kitchen and see how it's made. This morning we have Lori. Good morning. How are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling fantastic.
You guys have got to check out Lori's channel, Boat Life Lori, so you can learn all about this magical tour bus. Now this is a beautiful, I've showed you guys this and Lori and our videos and No Time to Be Sad and also Boat Life Lori. So she's going to show us how to make awesome tortillas, huh?
Yay.
How long have you been making tortillas?
Oh gosh, since I was a little girl, and I don't want to talk about how long ago that was.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't have asked that question. Let's just get in the kitchen and learn how to make tortillas before I get stabbed.
4 tortillas we're going to make. We're going to do 1 cup of flour. And it doesn't have to be exact because, you know, tortillas are mostly made with love.
And for you guys, it's like making concrete.
So we're making 8 tortillas, so we've got 2 cups of flour here. And salt till it looks right, or if you like to measure things, probably 2 teaspoons. And then we mix this up. I used to make them with shortening or butter, and they're really good but really fatty. So I've switched to olive oil because it's just a healthier. 1/4 cup of olive oil for 2 tortillas.
So what about other? Can I use butter?
You could totally use butter.
Yeah, butter's good.
Butter's good.
Yeah, I like to use butter.
And then we mix this until it looks like cornmeal. See how it's starting to get a little chunky?
Yeah.
It still looks too dry to me, so I'm going to put a little bit more oil in.
Okay, she's just going to stir that up till she gets the consistency that she likes.
Starting to get there.
Yeah, and she just added a little bit more oil.
Because it was looking too dry.
Too dry, okay.
See how it's starting to look all crumbly?
Yeah, we want it to have little crumbly, she says. Crumbly. Crumbly's a good word. I was trying to find something more
you want it to look
scientific, but crumbly's
more like
good.
Crumbles, less like powder.
Okay.
That's how you know.
I like crumbly. I don't know. I was stretching for something else. I don't know.
Alright, now we're going to add some water. We have to use hot water. Water run for a second.
Okay, at this point we want to use warm to hot water. Not so hot because it will make the dough it'll make it really gummy, like cook the dough. We don't want to cook the dough, so it needs to be a little bit warmer than warm, if that makes sense. Warm water's good.
It needs to be warm to to incorporate the oil or the fat, the butter, whatever you use to make your powder turn to crumbles, but not so hot that it starts to cook your flour.
Correct. Yeah. 2/3 cup of water to start with.
Let's see how that looks.
The top of her stove top, which it's okay because it's not hot, right?
It's not hot. Yes, definitely do not recommend if your stove is turned on.
Yes. We have to put these little disclaimers in the video. Do not attempt to knead dough on a hot surface. Of course, if you have to have that disclaimer, you probably should just buy tortillas.
Buy tortillas.
And just like kneading any kind of dough, if you guys have ever attempted to make bread, it's basically the same procedure. So is it a little bit more than making bread? Is it going to be a little bit more wet, or do you want the same kind of consistency as
when it's softer than bread dough? Because you don't want your tortillas to get chewy.
Chewy, okay.
And if you knead it too much, I think it activates too much of the gluten.
Okay.
I think that's what they call it.
So one ingredient that we didn't put in here that we forgot was baking powder.
Baking powder.
Baking powder. So it's necessary to put what, about a teaspoon maybe?
Yeah.
You'll have to put 1 teaspoon of baking powder in the flour and then mix it up prior to adding your oil to get it well incorporated. But that'll help give it a little bit more of a puffiness. That's about it. The taste will still be the same exactly what we're doing.
Okay, so now we're going to cut it into little pie pieces so that all of our tortillas are about the same size.
The consistency looks really good. It's already puffy. I can't imagine you putting baking powder. It would have just been like huge right now.
Now we're going to take each one of these little pie pieces and roll it up into a golf ball.
Okay.
For about 15 minutes.
Okay. Just put something over the top of that, let it sit. 15 minutes, we'll be right back.
Yes.
I bet this will be magically cleaned up by then.
Yes.
Let's roll out some tortillas and show you the technique, how to roll them out, and what they're going to look like to determine if they're finished on the hot plate. You can get a tortilla press. You can go to your local grocery store and pick up a cast iron tortilla press if you like.
So I start with a little disc. Now the first thing to know about rolling out tortillas is that round is a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
We always try for it, but we don't really get there.
Good bread has to look a little deformed, right?
Yes.
So you know a lot of love went into it. If it's perfect, you're like, I don't care, just make it perfect. They got like a little cookie cutter or something.
And we're limited on space because we're on a boat.
That almost looks like a heart.
Because it's made with love for all of y'all.
It just comes out automatically like a heart. I think Lori's had her coffee fill this morning. If not, it would have horns on the top.
I've had 3 cups of coffee, otherwise it would be a big, I'm not going to say that on video. All right, let's throw this puppy on the grill.
hungry?
I could be fat and just choke full of food, and I would still eat breakfast tacos.
How about with jalapenos?
No jalapenos. I want the jalapenos in the pico. No. I want it just like you guys
I'm
have.
glad you told me because I already cut some up.
Oh, okay.
We'll save them for later. No jalapenos when you're captain.
You need to make a quick stop.
So as you're in the process of making your tortillas, you definitely want to make sure you keep them covered up. And once you're completely done, it's really best if you leave them covered up in either a tortilla holder or definitely in some kind of towel to keep the heat inside, because it makes it nice and moist. If you don't do that, it'll be a little bit chewy. So I know with bread too, like if you immediately dig into the bread, it's very awesome, but it's best to wait a little bit before you cut into it, because actually it will be softer and taste much better. Maybe just have a little, eat one tortilla if you can't take it, but leave the rest in the... Okay, as you guys know, when you're cooking, time seems to never be on your side. Of course, you have a lot of hungry people waiting for your creation, and we have to prepare everything just right, and certain things have to be in certain orders. But the tortillas are going to sit here, and let's just say they're going to kind of cure and get nice and soft. By the time we're making the ingredients inside the taco will be ready to be eaten, and we'll all be starving. Looks good. Everything's done. We're going to make the captain's breakfast first. Well, this looks awesome. Gonna get breakfast upstairs to the captain. Me and Paige are gonna make our breakfast tacos. Now, of course, you can put anything in your taco, right? Anything, just about. So this is what we have today. Let's eat some breakfast. What do you think, Lori? Lori might not be liking people to watch her eat food, but it's good? Very good. What do you think, babe? Let's give one of these awesome tacos a try with some jalapeno. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's videos of how to make tortillas. We really appreciate that, Lori, so very much. And I hope you guys try this recipe. We'll see you guys on the next No Time to Be Hungry video. Bye.